the stream has been started.
Oh.
I'll say I'm gonna increase the size of the webcam. You don't have to worry about any white dots. I'm on it. More than most people. Really. Anyway, last time we Jibanyan couched. Also, I was only in one ear. So that should be fixed now. Like, if only when Evan tested the stream, like, the audio was on, but like, can't blame you for that. I wouldn't have done it.
First time the stream video and I'm not watching the stream, so it messes up. And I'm like, oh, I'll make sure to watch it next time. And I watch it and it's good. And now it's my, oh, Evan, you should have heard. You should have listened to the audio.
It's not like Evan's at fault. It's just like, oh man, if it happened, that would have been awesome.
It's not my fault, isn't it? I think you're
yeah. Also,
mean to me.
Evan's tired. He was about to go to bed. Also, the stream
can
only be like an hour. So
why are you the way?
Because I have to go to bed. I had to go to bed like early. I have jobs.
No, I wasn't going to go to bed, but I was. When I'm laying down, I'll get tired immediately. If I'm sitting up, then I can stay up for however long I want. I'm fine now. I'm not tired anymore.
Yeah,
I gotta lying down.
I gotta buck the trend of, or the idea that I have to stream for like at least 3 hours, otherwise it's not a stream, and also that I can only stream once a day because I have jobs that are gonna cut into everything. But it's like I could probably stream like around when you get home or whenever you're ready, and then do the job at like 9, and then do I get off this thing, and then come back for a stream too. But in my head I'm like, I can't do that. Ew, the gross dog. Everyone loves that gross dog. It's almost as if it's like a important part of the big good story or something.
Yes. That's
Taste
true.
my fish. Everyone's struggling to rebuild their damn lives.
You know what?
Ain't that the truth?
The Final Fantasy VODs you uploaded, those don't have thumbnails.
Yeah, that was like, I'm gonna get them up, and then I'll worry about that when I actually do like my big metadata thing.
Okay. But I was like, you know, it doesn't have to... I'm also pretty sure Deep Rock Galactic Part 5 doesn't have a thumbnail still, and I told you about that one.
Yeah, at this point, it's never getting done.
I told you about... I said, hey, this one doesn't have a thumbnail.
Yeah, but wasn't that like during a stream or something?
Yes. Good job getting the magical boomerang in The Legend of Zelda today. I'm sure it would have come in handy.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Good job getting soft locked in The Legend of Zelda today on your YouTube channel.
Is that a genuine soft lock, do you think?
I don't know. You didn't get the magical key that lets you open every door.
Nope. I was like, I spoilers, okay? I do get it. I'm like,
Ooh.
Oh, it makes sense now. I figured like enemies were hiding it, or like they were hidden somewhere, or they like wanted you to have enough money to buy a bunch of keys. It's so funny. It's like, it's just like, yeah, that seems normal to me. Nothing really seemed off.
Oh.
They don't know who Estinian is, I'm sure. Watch as like we only like talk about the poor for 5 minutes, and then we go to hell. Oh, you know what? I didn't change the stream title.
Ooh, you're gonna need to do that. It's too late though. The VOD's already going to be called the previous stream title.
Oh well, we're just gonna send it anyway. You have spoken with key local figures. All right, let's go. Actually, thinking on it, I was so I I looked at the VOD to be like, are the audio levels good? Is the music too loud, too quiet? Am I too loud, too quiet? And then I heard me only in one ear, and I was like, well, I'm dropping everything to solve that. And then I never went back to test. So you know what? If the audio sucks, it's only for an hour. Me and audio problems, I can never escape them.
You care so much about it that you just make the bigger and more complicated situation for yourself.
But it's worth it in the end.
I think my audio is good, and I have it plugged into an audio interface, and it's a, like, what was it, a $50 or $100 microphone, and I think I sound great.
No, I can hear the $50-ness, you know.
I'll kill you. Just kidding.
Be that as it may. I love that face. I hope they don't change it when they do the graphics upgrade in Dawn Trail. Only it wasn't reading.
Also, you know what I did today? I turned Discord notifications back on my phone after you told me I should do that.
Phone. Yay! So that's how you saw before going to sleep. That was like, okay, I was late, but I'm good now.
Yes, and I wasn't going to sleep, but I was kind of getting a little snoozy. I could have fallen asleep. There was a risk.
Bro, when you lie down, you're like, I'm feeling tired, I'm gonna lie down. That's going to sleep.
No, it's different.
Even if you're like, I'm not gonna fall asleep this time. Like, you know you're gonna fall asleep.
Yeah, but I was watching something on the TV, and I'm like, ooh, I love to watch my little shows.
I love this channel.
I love to watch this guy he's telling me about Kirby.
Were you watching a YouTube video?
Yes.
What's the name of the video?
There's bizarre locations in Kirby Air Ride City Trial.
You can span the map in 10 seconds. What is there to talk about?
We're contemplating like the little flower on top of the building and how the dilapidated houses, they don't look like houses, they look like little squares.
What does Sakurai mean by this?
There's a little golf course. Why is it there? What do we think about these things? And I'm like, thank you. You're really telling us how it is.
You know, all this stuff is making me sad. I'm gonna close my eyes and think of City Trial. Wait. It's like that wake up meme.
What wake up meme?
The guy is like lying in bed and then he wakes up and then he like looks around and then gets up immediately.
I don't know that one. I probably know it, but I don't know it from what you're saying.
If you search Soldier TF2 Wake Up, I'm pretty sure I uploaded a Source Filmmaker version of it on Tenor. I don't know if the actual one is on Tenor, but I'm almost certain that one is.
Soldier TF2 Wake Up. There's nothing.
Damn it. Well, maybe it's just soldier. I don't know. Tender search is weird.
I thank you for your attention.
I don't like how the human vessel is also like there. It's weird.
The riches the radiant host have retrieved were hoarded in Al-Zadar's name. A fortune I set aside for a future day of need.
I think I gotta turn the voices up.
And lo, that day hath come. May it aid our wounded city in reclaiming its vibrancy and vigor.
I was thinking about this, right? Is it just coincidence that we happened to raid his storage while he was just starting to like be like, hey, I can use this to help my people?
Yes.
It doesn't sound like we reminded, because like, you know, it hasn't been that long since the end of the events, right? It's probably been like a day, and then we're like, we want
No,
to fed your hide or whatever.
It's been a little while because
Like it's just, I find it interesting. He like only now thought to do this.
it's been like a nebulous little bit, but not too long. Because we won't really tell you how long it was, but it's been long enough that when you see the Scions again, they're like, "Hey, it's been a little while. What's going on, man?"
I just
That
find
kind
it
of time
interesting
period.
that it's
Anyway,
not,
so
like,
here's what
hasn't
happened.
already been happening.
What if? So here's I had a funny thought. What if he didn't actually show up in the dungeon because he had reports that we were intruding it? What if he was gonna go check on his treasure, and then we were there, and he was like, "Are you stealing my treasure?" And it was
No,
just
we
a
were
big
gonna give it
coincidence.
to the poor, and he's like, oh yeah. He's like, that would be the not asshole thing to do. Actually, now that you mention it in his head, and he's like, yeah, I was actually about to do that. Actually,
Maybe that's how it went.
it could be. You know, he's a G, but he might not be that much of a G.
He is a dragon. He wants a hoard of treasure. That's what they like to do sometimes.
He's a G because he's like kind of a green
Remember
dragon.
Awan?
No.
He was the satrap who was like the figurehead.
Oh yeah, that guy.
But
The,
he
like,
got killed, and then
fake
Vitra
Oh yeah, he got
was like,
eaten. He got
yeah.
eaten in a noble sacrifice, even though he could have like got away. I'm pretty sure, but that's probably just like a MMO animation moment.
And then Vritra's like, I'm actually the real president.
Finding myself bereft of his counsel in the here and now, I will assume the responsibilities of mine office directly.
Yay!
Firstly, the
This is a bigger room.
treasure shall be sold for more convenient.
It's a pretty big room already.
Yes, invested into the trading port of Yedlamad. Our merchants must have their operations restored, their ships rebuilt. Commerce must flow once more. None were spared the tragedy of the final days. Of this, I am well aware.
When COVID happened and we got like $600 a week or something.
We didn't
But
get
an
$600
absence
a week.
was created by the loss of Karazal's consortium. And by filling it, we provide new means for our fishermen, our artisans, and others to bring their wares to distant markets.
Hey guys.
And what of the children who were left without family to care for them?
I will be their dad.
That is a concern which weigheth heavily upon my mind.
Is this like a V-Sync thing
The
or
simple
something?
gift of coin
What?
will soon be exhausted,
You see this?
leaving these young souls adrift.
See
on the
what? I
fringes
don't
of
see
our
your mouse. Oh,
society.
you know what? I don't have your stream open. I need to have that open. What if it breaks
Well,
again?
the audio's bad.
What if the audio is bad and it breaks?
But now the
Okay.
camera's not panning. But like
Is it
like,
kind of
these sections when the camera was panning.
and it's kind of waving?
yeah.
Okay, that's anti-aliasing. And guess what? They have brand new anti-aliasing formats in 7.0.
Okay, so it's just like that. That's just like some jank. What was that? I don't know why my
So-
screen flashed, but
So yes, those were jagged edges, kind of stair-stepping in the background based on, you know, how it's rendered. But they have new anti-aliasing coming soon to you.
because I know you can like do something with VSync. I don't know if you turn it off or on. I genuinely
it's
don't
not,
know.
It's not
but-
VSync. It's not VSync.
Nay, a proper solution is needed, one which doth guarantee their welfare for years to come. Thou hast surely seen how other nations rise to meet this challenge.
Do they?
adventurer. What dost thou deem the wisest course?
Like Uldal was kind of having some problems, but I don't think they really solved it. I don't know this shit. I'm gonna say it takes a village.
You don't know tax policy.
Of course, we must all look out for one another. Let us put this idea into practice. A contract shall be written, requiring all who receive of our Zadal's treasure to commit a portion of their future.
So taxes, essentially.
So true. But also, like, is an orphanage? I guess it's. I don't know. Is it really the best plan?
I don't know. There's no parents. They turned into monsters, remember? There's all these children that don't have parents anymore because the parents got scared, turned into monsters.
All these children with their pure souls weren't affected.
That's what we even had the bit where the kid was like, "Oh, I had to scam you for this map because I don't have parents anymore. They died. They're dead."
A fitting candidate. Kalzal should be remembered, not as the blasphemy which terrorized Thavne, but as a hard-working and generous man who brought much wealth to our shores. Do any among you object to this proposition? Many here lost loved ones to the beasts.
In that time of strife, any one of us could have broken.
God, his eyes.
Any one of us may have been taken by despair. When I think of Kalzal, I feel no hatred. Only a stinging regret that we could not save him as well. Isn't that right, men?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
This bodes well for that boy. Murad, was it? Perhaps he can cut
expect
ties
me to
with that
remember?
shady peddler.
And then we kill the shady peddler.
Then let it be done. Henceforth, this initiative shall be known as the Kalzal Foundation.
I hope I get to build it, like with Tears of the Kingdom.
Thou art to assemble a patrol and ensure
What do you mean by that?
You'll find out when you play it. You'll remember this exact moment when it happens. And go, oh, I get it now.
But I have played it. I just still haven't
What?
beaten it.
But you don't have a Switch. What could this mean?
Means I pirated it on my computer.
our citizens must not suffer a day more than is necessary.
Did you get to the seaside town?
Oh yeah, isn't that where you got the guy from Breath of the Wild who doesn't work for the construction company anymore? He's like retired and he's
Dragon
like,
and
"Hey,
man,
let's fix the seaside
Side by
town."
side in pursuit
Yes.
of a brighter morrow.
I started that, and I haven't played the game in months. I'll get back to it eventually. It's similar to how I played Breath of the Wild in that I did a whole lot of it, and then I stopped. And then I beat Breath of the Wild the day before Tears of the Kingdom came out.
God. So did you like, you just rushed to Ganon? You're like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
Tears of the Kingdom's coming out. I gotta beat this. Well, that's not that good, I think.
I did like 90% of everything in Breath of the Wild, and there was like 12 shrines left, and I was like,
Okay, that's fair then.
I don't care about 12. I'm basically I mean, I've still had a good bit more in Tears of the Kingdom when I stopped though, but I was really close to being like almost everything, except also like a lot of side quests. But a lot of those side quests were like, oh, you did the side quest. Here's an item.
Yeah, the side quests in the Wild games are not that good.
So I was like, I'm good enough. I'm gonna go to the castle and kill a man called Ganon.
I still think you should be able to, like, if NPCs are accompanying you, you should be able to have them ride in your mount. Or they'll, like, show up in your mount. Fly around. Be fun. Okay, anyway, I'm not gonna forget this time. Listening position. I'm just gonna leave it. Just gonna leave it. Oh, son of a bitch. So we'll just turn it up. Evan, how do you sound?
Hello.
You're pretty loud, actually.
Hello.
Evan's been pretty loud this entire time.
Hello. Well, I was quiet before though, and then you're like, I gotta put you to 200% again.
Yeah, but now you're like going into the red. I'm just barely going into the yellow. You know what that means. How do I solve this? Hi, Biggs. Okay, I was like, TGAT, what does that stand for? Oh yeah, I didn't fix the chat. I wrote a tab to say fix chat. Is it still there? Yep, there it is. Well, you know, I didn't do it. But yeah, I mean, I smalled it. That's a short solution.
It's narrow though.
Biggs, how's the, yeah, it is. How's the, whoa. How's the audio balancing? Be as brutal as possible. No one wants to be as brutal as possible because they're like, oh, I would just be sidelining the stream and everything. No, fuck that. I forgot there's the damn map. We figure this out once and then it's solved unless Evan happens to be like 6 inches closer to the mic one day.
You know what then? Here's my critique of your audio. Sometimes in the Legend of Zelda.
Okay, I can't do anything about that.
I know that, but I doubt you've changed it. Sometimes
it's possible because you know, fresh install and all that.
Possible. Sometimes
you sound like you're being smothered by a pillow. God fucking damn it! It's the compressor settings. God damn it! Damn it! Damn it! It sounded fine when I did the damn test. Son of a bitch! Oh, can we like quickly fix this? Oh man, I have no idea how to fix this. Maybe the threshold should be lower. Oh man, I forget what all this shit means.
Biggs, is my audio quality currently better than Chris?
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah, Evan's too loud. We gotta kill him. Oh man, how do I do that while I'm streaming? This is a whole damn mess. Don't show my share screen. It's pointless. Pointless. I had like 174 before. Alright, on. I'll deal with you later, compressor.
Hey, actually, he did say I'm pretty clear. So guess what? $50, $100.
This is a work in progress.
Looks like my microphone's great, actually. Oh, and I don't have all my.
Is that like a Gangnam Style thing you did?
What?
You're like, ah.
No.
Gangnam Style. Oppa Evan style.
Oppa. Okay,
so we should be like pretty equivalent now, based on levels.
Hello.
Evan's at 150. He's still loud, but he's not loud to me. But that's probably because my volume is like. "Bleh, bleh."
Well, sometimes I'm not as loud. Sometimes I'm more quiet. Sometimes I'm pretty loud.
That's what the compressor's for. That's what
Okay,
my
so
compressor's for.
let me continue making my complaint. It was interrupted. Sometimes, if you don't speak up, you drop off and you cut out from speaking in the video.
Yeah, okay, that's the noise gate.
It's a little too aggressive sometimes.
I did some watch. Okay. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Right now, we're doing a live fixing of this, okay?
I wanted to finish the 6.1 though, and there's like 4 quests left.
Okay, too
We don't
bad.
have to fix
That is not happening.
We don't have to finish.
It's not
We don't
happening.
Have to fix this. It's not
We're
gonna be.
We're
it's
lowering
not
the noise gate from minus 21 decibels to like minus 25. Do you think that's good enough? Maybe. You don't care, but I care.
I don't know.
Wow, this is a live. Now I'm like talking while looking at it. Compressor. All right, we're gonna make the compressor less aggressive. I think. You know, let's just do a little. It's at 1995 right now. Perfect. Turn it all the way up.
It's actually 2024.
Oh man, I can't. Oh man, I'm gonna have to test this myself later. Okay, but like, we're just gonna have to deal with me being smothered by a damn pillow, I think. Oh well.
You've
Rip
introduced
Evan?
all these extra.
Wait, why rip Evan though?
Why rip me? Why rip? What have you done to me?
I mean, I turned you down by 50%. I don't know if you're too quiet now.
Right, here we all are.
You discovered something new.
I took a closer look at that device. I was able to determine how it keeps the void gate sealed, but not how it might instead be employed to expand the opening. For that, I would need to reference the technique developed by Vritra's alchemists, no records of which appear to have survived the intervening years.
How long has it been since? Probably like thousands, right? Yeah, it's been thousands. Maybe. We gotta kill
We know
Evan.
this, so
Yeah,
why have you sent for us?
that's true though.
Have you learned aught of value or not?
Why?
I don't remember, but I trust my past self,
Patience, good sir.
which is what
One
I
must
said when I
introduce the subject before
used my
launching into specifics.
old settings
Oh
during
yeah.
the new install. But apparently that was a bad idea.
From what we understand, travel between worlds is accomplished by passing through the nebulous rift which exists between them.
The nebulous rift.
Picture, if you will, the moment you were called to the first.
Oh yeah, wasn't I like flying through a bunch of crystals and then played memories in the crystals or something like that?
You touched a focus of some kind to help the Exarch pinpoint your location.
Yeah.
His summoning spell then channeled the energies of the Crystal Tower to
Or
begin
wait,
your
what?
journey to his world.
I might be thinking of something else, but
What are we talking about? I'm reading
traveling
something.
to the first. Evan's
Yeah.
about to fall asleep again.
Imagine
Yeah.
No,
there's a
I'm
hole
okay.
in the wall
I'm
separating
alright.
source and shard, and cast you into the intervening nothingness.
No.
In that place, the
Grahatia
laws
was
of
like,
nature hold
okay,
no sway.
let's try and bring you to the first. Oops, I brought everyone else to the first. I've got it. Here's a thing. Touch the thing.
Yet even through
Now I
this
know how to
realm
get you
of
to the
temporal
first.
and spatial instability, you were born safely to your destination in the
there.
first. The feat that guided you across such an unimaginable distance, both physical and metaphorical, was nothing short of a miracle.
Then what of the many voids and found in the source? Who guides them here and how?
Black Knight, sorry, Knight in Black.
An excellent
Probably.
question.
Cloud
There are
of
several methods
Darkness.
by which the Void's denizens might intrude upon our
We
world.
killed the cloud of
The
darkness,
rituals
though.
of summoning are the most typical.
Cloud of Darkness is the final boss of Final Fantasy III.
We just kind of seemingly random, not randomly, but you know, just it wasn't that big of a deal, by my memory.
We went to the It was the Crystal Tower raid. It was important
example,
a little bit,
we
and
wanted to
Brahatia
consider
was there,
the
and he
gargoyle,
became a major
a creature
character
of
later
middling
in the
power.
series.
The
was so-
gargoyle, a creature
was-
of middling power.
It was so important that it became mandatory in Shadowbringers, so people would know who Brahatia is.
Man, could you imagine like going into Shadowbringers without doing that?
You could for a
To
little
call upon
while.
such an entity, the prospective summoner must force open a void gate. The portal lasts but a moment and is relatively small, allowing only an imp or other lesser being to squeeze through with their physical body intact.
Do you think Gavin switched to, is it machinist or machinist? How do you pronounce it?
Machinist.
Our more powerful gargoyle,
Should it be
however,
like
is too
Doom
large
Guy?
for that. Creating
you
a
go
gate
the
big
void?
enough for him would require vast amounts of energy,
No.
far beyond the reserves of any one mortal practitioner.
I think Gavin is Machinist because he's leveled all his jobs up to level 90.
Yeah, that boy ain't right.
Instead, 'tis far more common to bring over only the entity's soul.
Oh,
We
okay.
had a taste of that ourselves when a certain exarch dragged us to the first. And just as our
he
bodies
okay?
remained in our world, the Void Sense physical form is left behind in the 13th.
No. He's not.
Well, you know, at least it's an accurate body to be in, right? It's just made of stone.
Once at its destination, the summoned soul is granted a temporary shell to inhabit. In the gargoyle's case, a stone effigy has proven a suitable vessel.
They have the little like, what are those things? The like witch finger snacks that you put on your fingers and they look like claws. What are those called?
Bugles?
Shaped. Yeah,
These have bugles for fingers?
they have bugle fingers.
Wait,
So the
you
song.
said that Voidsent must be called here deliberately by someone in the source.
Those are
wielding
overrated for you
official
being
with his
able to
catch.
put them on your fingers. They're pretty
It's-
small.
It's an important
For a being
part
to
of.
navigate the
They're
chaos
pretty
of the
small, you
wind
can't really fit them.
without form,
You can't really
there must
fit them.
needs be a guiding
Germa
agent
tried,
on
and
the
he was
other
like, "Why did
side."
you can't even get it past like the little tip of your finger?"
It's only a magic that works when you're a kid.
When the hordes poured forth from Alag's Great Gate, it was the technologists who drew them through. Though to my knowledge, planar fissures are in essence natural passages between our world and the void, which require no such guidance to traverse.
I'm very curious
Why
how a
is the
natural one
boundary
of these
between
can
the source
exist.
And the 13th so fragile, so much so that it often tears open of its own accord.
I believe solving that mystery is key to understanding travel between the source and its reflections.
Well, that's where we're studying it.
And how do you intend to get your answers?
So, you
I
know.
don't know.
No, the danger is too great.
Boo! Boring.
Perhaps, but what some call danger, others think of as adventure.
Da 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 da.
Were you not listening to my tale? Never mind that the means to expand the gate has been lost to the ages. Even could you force the portal wide enough, you would be greeted by an army of murderous horrors the very instant you step through.
As long as I have Evan as my tank, anything's possible.
I assure you I was most attentive.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
But if I were to bring along one who has already braved the 13th and humbled the cloud of darkness, well, I imagine my chances would be much improved.
I'm just a healer. I don't do anything. Does it say me, or is the text smaller than usual? Maybe
I
not.
had a feeling you might say that.
Text for the options.
Once again, I put my life in your ever-reliable hands. That said, as much as I would like to march straight back to the Void Gate, there is the small matter of being unable to open it without the Satrap's personal authority.
She looked like Rouge there. Sonic Adventure 2 moment.
As I've said before,
Stare.
I will grant you and yours any boon you choose to name, provided it does not endanger my people.
You can endanger yourself just fine.
We will take every precaution. Not a single void scent will be allowed to threaten Radzatan, assuming we manage to expand the portal in the first place.
You have a plan.
Actually, I had hoped you might help us with that. I presume the alchemists you retained supplied you with some explanation of their methodology.
That they did. House Daymir was overseeing the project.
More houses.
Daymir. Ah, yes. The family associated with the great work.
Do I know what the great work is? Is that something that would be underlined?
Yes, it is. Do you remember what it is?
Absolutely
I did
not.
fully comprehend the
Do you remember the other elephant
their
lady
research
who's
began
not
with the void
Matsuya?
scent which had slipped
The
through
other
the fish.
elephant main character.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
where
pretty
she
sure.
is. That's where she is, and that's where all the alchemists work. They made
Okay,
the
they're just
scales.
vibing?
They
Okay.
invented the warding
Those
scales.
guys.
Those guys.
After a thorough examination,
There was the
they
two
created
elephant
an
main
arcane
characters,
simulacrum possessed
Matsuya
of
and what's her
similar
face.
qualities. A man
I don't
made
remember
void
her
scent,
name right now.
if you will. It was apparently indispensable in their efforts to enlarge the gate.
A man-made void scent.
We make a man-made void scent, and then it like grabs the hole and pulls it open. And it won't be as awesome as when the giant mech like reached the Sky Island in
Yes.
Shadowbringers, but would have
Being
the same
great admirers
vibe.
Of the Archons, House Daymir submitted detailed notes to
Yeah.
Charlene's official committee. They expected praise and accolades for their simulacrum, and were thus devastated to be informed that their work had been classified as prohibited material.
If that's true, then those notes might still be stored in a forbidden archive somewhere. Not Google. of
Another
course,
library
since that library had yet to be
mission.
built, which leaves us with.
No, this is on the so you remember the library you went in Charlotte, and that's where you found Y'shtola. Yet it was yesterday, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you already forgotten Graha's debacle in Numenon?
So
Yeah.
there's
The restricted
there's
section
deeper
where he was
levels,
forced
and
to
there's
act.
one
It may very
secret
well hold
level
a
where
copy
all
of
the
the
secret
Daemur's
knowledge is
documentation.
kept because it's dangerous.
I think I like vaguely remember him
Graha
sneaking
Tia
around.
in Endwalker,
case,
Graha
I
Tia
say
broke
we head
in there
directly to
once,
Charlian.
and he was like, something happened, and then the Charlayan government was really focused on doing something mysterious in Labyrinthos.
Unless you anticipate
And that was
needing
making the
help to
ship,
reach
I'm
the
pretty
high
sure.
shelves. I see myself being of little use. Go on ahead. Still need to find Mirad and tell him about the Kalzal Foundation.
It's a tall ask. Like, you're just gonna walk around the whole city? I guess it's not that big. But I have to imagine it's like kind of
Let's
bigger
go
than what we
Norway as
run
well.
around it in gameplay. Like in canon, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why does this vessel have to be like a
Resolved
creepy
to
old kid?
venture into the void. Do I sit idly by?
He's always staring. With his red eyes. right. The northern empty. What was the place that was turned into white sand called? And then we like filled it with colors and pride.
The empty?
Yeah, okay. I was like, sounds familiar. Hey, what's up with that locked box? Yay. I guess I'll just walk. Really run. Well, now I can we can still teleport, right? Oh, go away. I don't care about your quests.
You used to not be able to teleport, and you would just lose the NPC.
Really?
You tried that when you first played Endwalker, and it broke, and you had to go get Grahatia, I think it was again. At where he spawned.
Remember Matoya? I miss Matoya.
She's still alive. But she's not plot relevant right now. So, no Matoya.
The back corner. Yay, school again.
It's this guy.
We remember this guy. Oh ho. We wanna go to hell. We wanna open a void. We wanna do something extremely irresponsible. To save like one person.
It's one of those 7 dragons, though, so that's an important person. Midgard Sormer's brood. Very important individual.
We're not gonna mention the dragon? Yeah, Ishtola probably doesn't give a shit. I give a shit though. What if we ask Alphino's dad, cause he's not an asshole now? God, this outfit is so funny. I wonder if this will be followed up on by the end. Or if we're just gonna not come back and tell him about our exploits. Oh, brother. And Ishtola's still here, so I can't fast travel.
Yes,
I
you
couldn't
can.
fast travel anyway.
What do you mean you can't?
Like teleport, unless I can. Where am I going? Oh.
Oh, you need to just use an aetherite.
God, so funny. Little wind-up minions. I'd like to go here, please. I didn't even know you could just click on it. I mean, I probably did at one point. They just have one right outside their house. They like pay for that or something? Sucks that you have to stand outside. Like, what if it's hot out? Forgot he had like a emo haircut. Unless it's necessary? You can't say that. For the lulz. Oh, she does care. I never realized that he's wearing a tie. Oh man, with the popped up collar.
He's fresh.
Oh my god, it's like a flat tie. This is gonna be another situation where we have to like sit by the campfire and wait in real time. They kind of haven't like done that since A Realm Reborn, have they? It
Done
seems
what?
like a Realm Reborn thing.
I'm reading something. What would you say? I'm doing like some of my. I still have like a little stuff to do before Dawn Trail as well on my end, so I am playing the game a little bit.
I see.
But I'm also making sure I'm paying attention to you. Also trying to do this. It's a big juggling. So what did you actually say though? Because I did miss what you said.
When there was like a quest that you could only do between 6 and 9 p.m. That was like A Realm Reborn, and then they kind of stopped doing that, right?
No, that was the sightseeing log in A Realm Reborn. And
Oh, that's it? Really? I could have sworn it was like main quests frequently enough.
Nope.
Batoya's burned some bridges in Charland? Yep, I'm sure she did. Okay, bye. just a guy in a yellow shirt.
This guy playing music.
Yeah, he's kind of ruining the song.
That's okay.
And what does this camera icon mean? They have their webcam on?
What camera? Which one?
Next to this person's name.
Sorry, I didn't see. That means they are in idle camera.
Oh, I remember that.
They've been away from keyboard long enough, or they manually triggered it, that basically the camera is randomly shifting around and taking, like,
Wiggle
scenery
idle
shots.
camera. How much development time do you think goes into idle camera?
What?
Like, how much development time do you think there's like someone who like spends a day going to each area and like getting the perfect shot?
No, it's automated. It's automatic.
What the? How does the game know?
Usually it's based on where other players are located.
It's different every time.
It basically just focuses on other players or objects in the area.
Bloodhound Death Knife of the 14th Chakra. This game is awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm just a guest.
What do you mean?
This guy was like,
Was that
Archon
with the guy?
Ishtola and guest.
Yeah, you're just a guess. Ishtola went to college here in Charlotte. You didn't. Don't you remember?
Why is this
don't,
banning around like a dungeon intro?
don't you remember that that's what the Archon tattoo basically means?
Yeah, I just figured, you know, I'd be like a big deal here, you know?
The Archon tattoo is basically that they finished their dissertation.
To be found anywhere, it will be here. Let us begin.
So wait, we don't even know where like these notes are.
It's in here.
Is there like a? I don't even remember what it's called. I'm blanking on it. The like way to sort through a library.
The Dewey Decimal System.
Yeah, is there one of those? Surely it's this one, the first one I see.
It was first published in the United States by Melville Dewey in 1876. That's why it's called that.
Is it just like kind of too funny to take seriously though, if I'm being honest? I never took it like seriously as a kid with a name like that.
Dewey made a decimal system.
I didn't even watch Malcolm in the Middle.
If we summoned a god that was all-knowing, even if he wasn't really a god, would he be all-knowing, and would he know he's not a god? Or stuff like that is basically the book you just
Like,
read.
where would the knowledge come from? It's like, is that how it works?
It's unclear.
I wish that my deity did everything and had a sword that could pierce all barriers.
I wish I had a sword that could pierce all barriers.
I put up a barrier that blocks your barrier-piercing sword.
Oh. Well, I put up a barrier-piercing sword, barrier-piercing, times the
You can't do that. That's against the rules.
Do that. I can do that if I want to.
I'll walk down the stairs like a normal person. Reach toll, that's irresponsible.
Also, you know what? Away. I'm pretty sure the music that you're hearing right now is the theme from the Great Google Library.
I was gonna say, it sounds a little intense.
It's for the dungeon, but you're in an intense... This is an intense library.
Yes, the ether signature is unmistakable. I've felt the traces of House Damia's resonance many times at the Great Work. Time to see what all the fuss was about.
The hell is this? Weird bird. I remember this part of the song actually. But when it starts breaking it down. Okay, that's the Kaka demon.
Void Scent, there exist entities with the power to call forth their brethren from beyond. The species known as Atomos, however, is uniquely prodigious in this regard.
Not even close, Atomos.
From its distended maw, it can expel an endless procession of void-born creatures. A talent which sorely tested the Radiant host in its battles against these abominations. Surmising that the entity itself was acting as a void gate, we endeavored to capture a small specimen and subsequently examine its physiological structure. Our findings revealed that the Atomos had absorbed a planar fissure into its own flesh, which it could expand at will into a functioning gate.
Okay.
Upon further analysis, we identified an ethereal wave pattern emitted during this process. A pattern we were able to emulate by passing crystal-stored ether through a specially designed prism.
Yay!
We proceeded to embed said prism into an arcane simulacrum, thus completing what we have dubbed our artificial atoms.
I should have known that the way in would be crystal related, so that there's a gameplay link. You have to be able to teleport in there, right? Unless it's just a dungeon, but you know.
How could I have been so blind to the possibilities? This species, not to mention its ability to summon Void Scent, has been discussed among academics for years now.
But has it?
Just before the advent of the 7th Umbral Calamity, we received reports of Atomos sightings from every corner of Eorzea. Surely you've at least heard the tales.
That's
no,
true.
I'm uncultured.
That's true. That's true. When 1.0 was ending, one of the monsters that the game master kept spawning was Atomos.
That's funny. That's funny.
I'm not surprised the Archons consigned their work to a restricted archive. It was no easy task, but at last we've unearthed the volume we've been searching for. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't tempted to stay longer. See what other forbidden titles might be lurking on these shelves? Ah, but that would be abusing the very special privilege we've been granted now, wouldn't
Privilege.
it? Better not.
Also, this guy was here. He'd report us, maybe. Like how the door isn't even locked. You think there would be several locked doors? Eorzea has been added! Oh, I didn't know anything about that place. Thank goodness. Is there a lock on this door? No. Strange.
That's not the door, that's an elevator.
They should put a lock on the elevator.
Look, so you see those ledges? Look down. It's a very tall library, actually. It goes down. It do go down.
I don't know where I don't know where the thing on the original map was taking me, but it's fine.
The great work.
Let's see, do I remember this place? Vaguely. Very vaguely. Chop suey.
Nadana.
I was just saying, like, we're allowed to take it out?
We have the library card, so having fun isn't hard.
Do you think the overdue fee on the Forbidden Library is, like, much worse?
Yes, it is. If you don't return it, it's $1 million. Because you've done a crime at that point. Open a hole.
We want to climb inside of its mouth. You're gonna want to be here to see this. So what am I doing getting water? Oh man. The Realm Reborn is back, baby. Might as well fly there. Whee! Do 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 do. And remember when flying wasn't in the game?
You mean a Realm Reborn?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have to go to this very specific place. I think I figured there were other platforms around. Oh well. I thought that said actually dense pocket. Yay. Money exists to be spent. Might as well save the 10 seconds. Oh god, where am I going? Oh, that was up. Alright. Oh man, which one do I want? Surely spell speed will be awesome.
Piety is also good for magic guys.
Actually, we should do this later.
There's only two. There's 2 quests left, including this one.
Yeah, but like,
You could do it if you wanted.
no, it's fine. It doesn't matter that much. I'm not. Let's not. Let's just not do that. Let's just chill. Besides, I have to look over VODs now and change settings and shit. Kill my compressor, stuff like that. Apparently. So that's the screen. Oh, yeah.
Tomorrow is Wednesday. Will we do more tomorrow?
That's the hope.
Hopefully.
That's the hope.
Thursday. Steep Rock Galactic.
Do you want to make that Deep Rock Galactic Day?
But also, that's when I've been streaming Elden Ring.
Elden Ring, oh Elden Ring.
And also, we need to catch up on Final Fantasy XIV. There's 3 things we should be doing on Thursday.
I mean, you have to
Or one
finish
thing I should-
Elden Ring in time for Erd Tree, which is like
Oh, I'm not gonna finish it in time.
7 days away or something.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna continue playing Elden Ring as I would like to play it. And when I get to the part where the DLC happens, then I can go to the DLC instead of going on to finish the game.
I guess. But that doesn't account for me intentionally spoiling it to you.
You're not gonna. You need to play Demon Souls. And you're not even doing that.
Nope. Final
should.
Fantasy 14 needs to happen. It needs to. Ah! Anyway, that's the stream.
Okay.
Ending the stream. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Alright, I have to stop the recording separately.